Welcome back, guys. Today I have an interesting comparison for us. We are looking at the Mobalytics GPI feature and seeing if it can help you improve or give you an idea of what is working while you climb. Considering the ranked resets soon, this is the best time to look at these metrics and see how to get better. I wanted to make this video a while ago, but I wanted the metrics to be different, and now that I finally became a polished turd instead of just a normal turd, that's right, I hit gold, everybody, I can compare the last 10 games to the last 50 and see how my gameplay changed between hardstuck versus climbing. I have covered the GPI on other videos and what it is, but if you're new to the channel and haven't seen me covering it, the GPI is a numerical breakdown of how well you perform certain aspects of the game, from farming vision to fighting and securing objectives. For comparison, challengers are in the high 70s to 100s, irons are in the teens to 20s in everything except fighting. It isn't a perfect reference because I could be playing like a Grandmaster against bronze players, and it doesn't actually mean I play like a Grandmaster, it just means my GPI says I'm a Grandmaster level. Considering how good at the game players like Zwag are and how little I see him place wards in his videos, it's not a perfect metric, but let's see what it can show us about how I escaped low elo hell and got into low elo purgatory. If you are enjoying this video or like my content, do me a personal favor and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Now that we have the shameless YouTube plug out of the way, let's look at my GPI. The yellow is the last 50 games, the purple is the last 10. In those 10 games, I was like 9-1, so winner's queue is really generous to me this past week. I also think it has to do with school being out and a bunch more kids playing over the summer, just a theory that I absolutely cannot back up. What we see here is that I farmed, died, and warded about the same. I was maybe a little more aggressive, and I was a little more consistent in the last 10 games. Based on these stats, they're consistent with being able to climb out of gold, or to gold, I should say. I have made some adjustments to other parts of my game, and here's what we see. Interestingly enough, I focused a lot less on objectives in order to climb out of low elo, which is something I did not expect. I just didn't consciously do it. I think I focused more on making cross-map plays for each dragon, so I invaded a lot more and ganked top a lot more when it was obvious that the enemy jungler was on dragon, which could be consistent with farming a little more and fighting a little more, which is where I think my climbing really comes from. My fighting and versatility increased a lot in the last 10 games. Versatility is linked to all other aspects, so fighting is the big change here. If we look at the fighting I was doing, I was taking more favorable fights. I went from a 2.6 KDA to a 3.2 KDA. These differences show that in my case, ignoring objectives in order to secure kills and invade camps made the difference in low elo hell. If we compare that to the entire season, we can see that League of Legends is easier to play when you turn your monitor on. And I have had to make a lot of improvements over the past 250 games from bronze to gold. Using the GPI metrics, we can see what happened to help me improve and actually climb. Let me know what has helped you climb in the comments below. The GPI was able to give me a basic impression of what I was doing differently. I can't directly show my own macro choices here, but it does give me a good idea of how my gameplay changed throughout the first split. GPI will not make you a better player, but it will show you what makes a better player, and if you take the metrics into account, you can improve using the Mobalytics GPI feature. Use my code to download it, provided my code still works. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the next one.